composition. Dear friends, let me welcome you all in today's discussion. In this world, everybody is involved in some kind of writing or other. Sometimes it is very difficult or incomplete when we are unable to put our thoughts in proper sentences. Addressing the same problem is our topic today. Today, we are going to learn about composition. As we all know that grammar deals with parts of speech, word usage and syntax. Composition writing is the art of organizing ideas in a clear, effective way to make an argument, describe something, explain something, tell a story or give a report. The basic units of composition are sentences and paragraphs. Our objectives for the session would be as follows. Objectives: define composition, units of composition, sentences, simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, paragraphs, summary of punctuation and capitalization, common errors, structural errors, style and logic errors, writing an essay. Definition of composition. As we said in the beginning, composition in writing is the art of organizing ideas in a clear, effective way to make an argument, describe something, explain something, tell a story or give a report. Units of composition. The basic units of composition are sentences and paragraphs. Since we are clear that composition is the art of building sentences and putting them together, so we need to learn about sentences first before we proceed. Here we will learn three types of sentences one by one. Types of sentences: simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences. Building simple sentences. In this section, we will understand these points: sentence, sentence fragments, adding descriptive words, adding prepositional phrases, sentence with two subject predicate, run-on sentences, kinds of sentences, statement, question, explanation, order. These points are quite important in context of composition. We will take these points one by one. Sentence. First point to be discussed is sentence. A sentence is a group of words that is a complete thought. Is the following thought complete? A long time ago? No. We have to make it a complete thought. A complete thought based sentence contains one or more clauses. Now, the question arises, what is clause? Here comes the answer. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and predicate. The predicate tells something about someone, somebody or something, which is the subject. Clauses are of two types: independent clause, dependent clause. If the clause expresses a complete thought, it is an independent clause. Here is an example. The sky is blue. We will discuss dependent clauses later, but here is an example. When the sky is blue, please make a note that a sentence must have at least one independent clause. Here are examples. The team won the game. The team is the subject of the sentence. Team is the simple subject. The predicate is won the game. The simple predicate or verb is won. Are you leaving? The verb often comes first in a question. So, you is the subject. Sentence fragment. Now coming to next point, which is a sentence fragment is punctuated as if it was a sentence, but it isn't a complete thought. Generally avoid sentence fragments. Here are examples. The school's new football coach. There is no predicate. What about the new football coach? Try making it a complete sentence by adding a predicate. Was running up the hill for the bus. There is no subject. Who was running up the hill? Make a complete sentence by adding a subject. Over the hill and through the woods. In this case, there is neither a subject nor predicate. Make a complete sentence by adding both. When the lights went out. This is a clause with a subject and predicate, but it isn't a complete thought. As we shall see later, this could be used as a dependent clause in a sentence such as this. When the lights went out, we went to sleep. Will Sham be on time? Probably not. This fragment is acceptable because the meaning is clear when read with the previous sentence. Now allow me to throw some challenges to you in order to gauge the progress up till now. Challenge. Are the following groups of words sentences or sentence fragments? Make a complete sentence out of those that aren't. Running across the basketball court. The old white house on the hill. In the middle of the night. When all of the people left. Adding descriptive words. We can make a sentence more interesting and informative by adding few descriptive words. Here are examples. The team won. This is a complete sentence, but it is not very interesting. The underdog team won. Underdog tells something interesting about the team. The underdog team won easily. Easily is an adverb that tells about how they won. Adding prepositional phrases. We will now discuss adding prepositional phrases. We can add still more information to a sentence with prepositional phrases. Here are examples. The team won in the last inning. This phrase tells when they won. The team of rookies won. This phrase tells more about the team. Now, I request you to please add prepositional phrases in the blanks to make the sentences more interesting. The team dash won. The house dash was sold. The man went dash. Sentences with two subject predicate. Let's consider the sentences with two subject predicate. A sentence may have two subjects or two predicates. Here are examples. Suhail and Maya went to the picnic. Two subjects. Pawan played ball and went to the picnic. Two predicates. A sentence may have two subjects and two predicates. Find them. The old house and some other shacks burned down and were not replaced. Run sentences together. We will now see the run sentences together. It is noticed that in beginning, writers often run sentences together. Here are examples. Bhuvan went to work, I stayed home. This is called a run-on sentence. It has two independent clauses run together without anything in between to let us know what's going on. The simplest way to fix this is to put a period after work and make two simple sentences. We will find a better way later. Ram went skating, I went to the movies. The comma keeps this from being a run-on sentence, but it still won't do. Two independent clauses separated with a comma are called a comma splice. You can fix it by adding and after the comma. Now allow me to throw some challenges to you in order to gauge the progress up till now. Challenge. Fix these run-ons and comma splices. Jimmy met me at the park, we shot baskets. It snowed last night, we went skiing. Up till now, we have covered majority of sentences, but it is equally important to know the kinds of sentences in order to complete our knowledge on sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences. Statement, question, explanation, order. Notice the punctuation mark in following examples that ends each kind of sentence. A statement: I'm going to the store. It ends with a period. A question: are you going to the store? We can easily change a statement into a question by rearranging it. Notice that a question always ends with a question mark. Many questions begin with a question word such as why, when, where, how, what, or who, as in when are you going to the store? An exclamation: the store is on fire. It ends with an exclamation mark. An order: go to the store. It may end with a period or an exclamation mark if the order is given loudly and firmly. Does the sentence have a subject? The subject "you" is not said, but it is plainly understood.
Now, let us look at some more examples of simple sentences. First, the baby cried. This simple sentence has one independent clause which contains one subject, baby, and one predicate, cried. Second, the girl ran into her bedroom. This simple sentence has one independent clause which contains one subject, girl, and one predicate, ran into her room. Third, I work in a post office. This simple sentence has one independent clause which contains one subject, I, and one predicate, work in a post office. Fourth, Seema works in a bank. This simple sentence has one independent clause which contains one subject, Seema, and one predicate, works in a bank. Fifth, in the backyard, the dog barked and howled at the cat. In this simple sentence, there is one independent clause which contains one subject, dog, and one predicate, howled at the cat.
Here we reach the end of our topic, building simple sentences. This was the key ingredient of composition curry. Let me allow you to assure that if this part is clear, we are very much on the button. Let's advance ourselves in writing arena and learn about building compound sentences. Remember, if we have too many short, simple sentences, our writing is choppy. We may combine some of them into compound sentences by using the following mantra. End the first thought with a comma followed by one of these fanboy conjunctions: and, but, or, nor, so, for, yet. Here are examples. Jagan played ball and Mary went to the picnic. Jagan played ball, but he didn't get a hit. Mary was not at home, so I left her a note. Bill quit his job or he was fired. Challenge. Rewrite these pairs of simple sentences with one compound sentence. I went to this store. I bought some socks. Jaya saw Mary. He asked her to go to the picnic.